Hey everyone, this is Derek, and in this video we're going to look at absolute value equations. And this is just a very brief two-example intro to the idea. And hopefully you remember with an absolute value, if I take the absolute value of a number, it always returns a positive, right? So if I take the absolute value of 3, it is 3. The absolute value of negative 3 is also 3. And the reason for that is if we kind of think of a number line, what the absolute value is saying is that 3 and negative 3 are both 3 basically units from 0 if we don't worry about the direction. So this is like if we were right here and I said I live 3 blocks away on the street, you wouldn't necessarily know which way I lived 3 blocks, but you'd know it's 3 blocks. So absolute value gives sort of distance without direction. So when we have the absolute value of x equals 5, that's always going to have, as long as it equals a positive number, it's always going to have 2 answers. And it's always going to do this, what we see up here, the absolute value of x equals some number. It's going to equal the negative of the number and the positive of the number. So x will equal negative 5, or x will equal positive 5. So I put a negative 5, absolute value of negative 5 is 5, same thing for 5. So we can take that idea, generalize it a little bit, and use it for ones that are a little bit more complicated. So here, we're not exactly sure what x is, but whatever it might be, it's going to need to make this thing come out to either negative 7 or 7. Because either this in here is going to be negative, absolute value negative 7 makes 7, or absolute value 7 makes 7. And now I can just figure out what x is, make that happen, and those are my solutions. So kicking this 5 over, we're going to get 2x equals negative 2, divide both by 2, and x equals negative 1. And on this side, we'll add the 5, 2x equals 12, and x equals 6. So that's my 2 solutions there.